All right, what's up, Florida wrestling fans? We're officially 3 days away from the Kings and Queens event happening at Southeastern University April 18th and 19th at the Fire Pit. I am super excited this. We got our boy Alex Wisdom who's been working hard on this with myself and Ricky Cheese to put this together. Alex, I know you're just as excited as I am.
I'm super excited. I mean, we as a group have been working super hard. The last 4 to 6 weeks have been super meticulous with, from reaching out to athletes that have dropped out to find new athletes to, figuring this stuff out for sponsors to just making sure like ticket sales and event sales are on pace, just everything as a whole. I'm super excited for this.
I'll say on the meticulous level, and I mentioned this in a previous video, but man, you did such a great job of going in order from first to second to third to make sure that we got the top lineup that we could get. And I want to say thank you so much for putting that work in. Alex Wisdom is the connector over here, guys. So I don't want that to be lost on anybody. I know last year we had a couple ones where we felt that we could have put a little extra time into, but this year I think that was like your mission to make sure that you had the
Yeah.
perfect as lineup as possible. And I want to say congratulations to you specifically, Alex.
I appreciate it. And, with these lineups, we're going to head some great matches. We have state champ versus state champ matchups. Gary Mendes versus Bryce Fury on the boys' side. On the girls' side, not a state champ from Florida, but a state champ from Kentucky, Brooke Arbick, who came to Florida, had a dominant season, placed at the state tournament against Florida state champ Isabella McFarland, who I believe is going to be a good match in itself. That match, in my opinion, can be very close, could go either way because they're both elite wrestlers.
Man, I'll honestly tell you that entire bracket, after we had talked that last time, I went back and looked at the 170-pound girls bracket, and there was so many of those girls that matched up and wrestled, and it was 1-point matches, So I know we're talking, I'm very, very much a little biased with Brooke, but, we're talking Brooke and Bella, but these two other girls could come in and surprise us, just like we're talking about Donovan Jenkins in that 113. Maybe the underdog gets to take that belt that day. On that
Absolutely.
So,
and we've been texting too, Donovan and I, and he's super excited. He doesn't care that he's the underdog. He hunts for those matches. And he has match experience against Gary, but he's never wrestled Bryce before. And that's something that he's excited for.
And that's what I love, because I was thinking about this before we got on the recording and, kind of thinking, why are we doing this event? Why are we putting all this effort into it? We don't make, our margin of profit is, razor thin on this. And I think it comes down to, I wish I had this whenever I was wrestling, right? I got third my junior year, I got first my senior year, so I only had one guaranteed chance to do this. Maybe twice if, the other guys passed, but like my senior year, I would have got a chance to wrestle center stage a guy like Eric Grajales, who was ranked number 1 or number 2 in the nation at that point. Like, I believe it was Michael Nates at 3A that won it, so I get a chance to wrestle him. Never got a chance to wrestle him. Says he's state champ at 3A. That would have been a challenge that I would have loved to take, As the underdog, can I come in there and beat a nationally ranked individual? I felt that last year when we did the roll around, which that's the one thing I'm looking forward to as well, the roll around on Friday night for the Kings and Saturday night for the Queens, because that feeling of being there, quiet, that roll around, the feeling of the spotlight on you, like, I, as 35 then, still was just like, man, this is so cool. Like 18-year-old, 17, 18-year-old Jordan would be losing his mind to get a chance to wrestle in this environment, center stage, eyes on you. So that's a big reason why I have been working so hard on this. What about you, Alex?
I mean, same reason. I mean, I think to touch up on what you said about entering the environment and the roll around that day before, for us, at least on a creator standpoint, it's more of like a, wow, we really just did this type of feeling, you know what I mean? And, not for us, but for the kids, I always say it's all about the kids. It's all about the kids. So to make sure that, all these athletes, coaches, staff, referees, everyone putting their time and effort to be here and make sure this is a great event is, it's the best feeling in the world, honestly, to just have that happen.
And especially for these kids too, really, we circle back because that's what it's about. It's promoting Florida wrestling, promoting these kids that work so hard. We believe that Florida wrestling is, one of the best wrestling states in the country and on the upswing. And this is a chance to highlight these kids. And it's so awesome. I remember last year you were texting me too about how, you had kids that went 2-0 and you had guys that went 0-2 that were still saying this was such an awesome event. Thank you for letting us be a part of it. And realistically, it's like, thank you guys for going out and putting that on the line, right? Being willing to go out there and wrestle, and win and lose and put it all out there for us, for us as, wrestling fans, as former wrestlers, as, promoters of Florida wrestling. So I want to say to all those guys and girls that are going to be competing this weekend that from myself and from Alex and from Ricky Cheese and really the entire Florida wrestling community, we appreciate you taking time to come out and take this extra step, to push Florida wrestling a little bit further.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. I mean, this couldn't have been done without you guys, especially 2 years in a row without you guys. So, we're always looking for constant evolution, and we're, a voice for the people and a spotlight for the athletes to showcase their talent, especially, with next year, the changes we have in mind, what we also want to add on to the event just to make it better and better to at one point have it all down packed, where we can just follow the step-by-step process of how to make it easy for us and give you guys the best event possible.
And we could not get this done without our amazing sponsors. Alex, tell 'em.
JT Taylor from Youth Impact Center, a huge help to this event, went over and beyond to make sure that we got this done. Guerrero Gold Wrestling Club, Coach Gianni Guerrero will be one of the head coaches for 2A team. Smart Jits Florida, great group there in Florida, growing the sport of wrestling and jiu-jitsu as a whole. Gregory Group Law Firm, Ward Wrestling, giving his time to come to the event, take pictures and videos, highlight memories for you guys. WrestlingTournaments.com, Jason Layton, coming in big for this event for streaming, trying to recap this memory as well for all of us. And then eventually for future Florida wrestling and come down and share his knowledge and streaming. We got Real Estate Empire Group, Jesus Castanon, another huge help, one of our first sponsors for the event, and has definitely been a huge deal with this event. Pat Lugo and Miami Hawks, another great guy. Uh, there's one more, Lon Keaton. You guys have helped us tremendously through the event, making all of this possible, whether hospitality, uh, helping out referees, because again, all these people are giving their time out of the day to come be a part of this. So it's a huge help, and we could not have done this without them.
All right, and that's it. We will see you there April 18th and 19th at Southeastern University Fire Pit. If you cannot be there, make sure to check out the live stream on WrestlingTournaments.com. You can find those links on the Florida Wrestling Room Facebook page. You can find it at Florida Wrestling Insight Instagram. You'll be able to find it if you want to see it. It's there, $10 pre-order. It's going to be $15 the day of the event. We are super excited on that one. You guys are going to be blown away at the streaming quality this year with the overlays and everything. We're very pumped. So we'll see you there. Get your tickets, get your pay-per-views, and let's get wrestling, baby.
Let's go wrestling.
All right, that's pretty good.